Some technical difficulties.
You ain't claiming that. Okay. Hello, and welcome to the Necessary Unnecessary podcast. I'm your host, Nip Swag. This is your host,
Frisco
in the building, and we have some very necessary guests on this good Wednesday.
I love this intro.
Yes, we have Cardi and Lex.
What's going on, y'all?
From the movie coming to a theater near you, to a TV near you, to a brain cell near you. Relations and Sinkingships.
Mm-hmm.
So Frisco and I saw the movie. What was that, like a week ago? And you know, we just happened upon it. Somebody said, "Hey, come through. It's a movie." Do. Like, all right, you know, slid through. Watched the movie. And got to arguing after the movie.
It was lit up in there. I had PTSD watching that damn movie.
I got so triggered, like I wanted to jump in the thing in the screen, and they wanted to argue with me, and I'm like, you know. So without giving the movie away, I wanted to talk about some key points that can help people in these types of situations.
Red flags. Cause child, you showed a whole bunch of them.
Me?
Actually, both of y'all did.
I mean, that's so much
Here
of
we
it.
go.
Look, we're not gonna talk like everybody's seen the movie, so we're gonna let y'all introduce yourselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Tell us a little about yourself, for real.
Okay, me first. Well, my name is Lexi, singer, songwriter, audio engineer. Been singing for a long time, writing music since I was 8. Came to Atlanta to go to the Art Institute to study audio production, and ever since then I've been working in different studios, doing sound for film and live events, and helping others make music and making music for myself. So that's me in a nutshell.
Very dope. And it's your boy Cardi, L Cardi at that. Songwriter, producer. Now I'm an actor. Shit.
Yeah.
I own the Hookah Lounge. Into fashion. Do a little bit of everything, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get in the podcast world, you know what I'm saying? These nice people right here, you know what I'm saying? Invite us out, so we here on their platform, you know what I'm saying? Finna bless y'all, so yeah.
And it's up. Let's get into it. No. Hit it with the squeeze. All right. No, so I think that I was thinking about it on the drive over here, and I think that the most important 2 questions that I had was, 1, when and how does one determine they are in a relationship? And 2, how does one effectively end a relationship when the other person is not in agreement of ending that relationship?
It's deep.
That's usually Nick for
You
you.
start with a spoon. That's your
That triggered just from that first question.
Right.
Man, look.
Alright. Before I forget that fast, let me say this right here. I honestly think like 2 people have to consent.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be in agreement, like, okay, we in this together. It can't be one sided, like, I like you a lot and you should like me the same. Like, nah, it take time. So I think both parties should be patient to fully learn their partner to the best of their ability to determine it. Because now, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people go off likes or income or clout or following. Like, they don't really know who they talking to.
Right.
So I think, you know, people should slow down, and that's how you can determine, like, okay, we agree that we're together.
Yeah.
And then you set boundaries.
Someone needs to ask.
Yeah.
Are we together?
I've said that before, and I had to tell
Explicitly.
like, when did you ask me to, like, because people are trying to
Right.
start saying it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Oh, this is
Yeah.
my boyfriend. Wait a
Bring a
minute.
motherfucker break
talk
for 3
about
days
it.
in a row, y'all go together.
Yeah.
You
And
spend
a
the
lot
night
of-
in their crib.
And a lot of women, especially down south, if you if you get the milk, that cow come with it. That
Wait,
milk
wait.
ain't free.
Well, yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
not true.
They don't work like that.
I do not.
Listen.
You still need to ask.
No, absolutely.
You still
No,
need to
I
act,
agree with
but-
you. And some women don't do that. They
I
listen
know.
because y'all spend time together and y'all
And
fucking.
we doing
and
all the relationship
we going out to
things.
eat.
But see,
and
you still
say hi to my kids.
I've
They think-
definitely made that mistake before.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody that I was dealing with for like 6 months. He introduced me to family, met each other's friends, doing everything.
Big kicking it.
Everything. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But
no.
yeah, when it came time to meet my family,
Uh-huh.
he was like, "Oh, we didn't talk about that."
He said, "You don't own me."
Wait.
No, I thought we were together.
Right.
We didn't have that conversation.
Right.
So
You right. My bad.
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh no, see, I'm first date. So check this out, player.
Oh
What-
no.
What are you trying to do? Like, I need to know
The
what you
issue-
trying to
I
do.
learned my
The-
lesson then, though.
the issue
You know,
is-
That ain't good either.
People are not dating.
See,
Yeah.
exactly.
You have to date.
That part.
Like, you can't just, again,
Can't
jump
just
into a
hunch.
relationship.
You
But
can't just
look,
hunch either.
so where I'm from, I never dated until I moved to Atlanta. Like, it wasn't a culture. Like, out here, dating is a business. It's big business. It's not a game. You know, it's serious, the dating thing. Back where I'm from, I don't know how everybody else did it. If I liked you and you liked me, we would hang out. We kick it, da 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 da. We would go places and they would be like that, but it was more about spending time with each other, not the places. Like here, if you take a chick to the wrong
Cheesecake
restaurant,
Factory.
yeah, she's gonna
Yeah.
put you on blast. I'm
This
not
is Black
getting out the
Hollywood.
car.
That's
You know
why.
what I mean?
This is Black
But come
Hollywood.
on
It's
now.
different.
Bougie out here.
It's
Come
different.
on
The
now.
culture different in the.
If we
you know,
really
that.
trying to get to
I'm
know
with
each
you.
other, it shouldn't matter where we go.
I'm
So
with
that's
you.
how I grew up and was raised. We'd go.
agree.
We'd go to the movies. We'd go get something to eat. We'd
to
go
the
we'd
beach.
go on a vacation. But it's not about that
Where we're
stuff.
going.
You know what I mean? It's about us spending time together, and we gonna go everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the culture's very.
And who realistically is going to introduce a certain vibe and be able to keep up with that? That limits the dating pool to a certain percentage of people, even.
I mean, I like to come in with my full self. If I'm not gonna do it later, I'm not gonna do it now. So let's not even start that. You know what I mean? And I'll let
Could
you
be
know.
special occasions, but
This
all
what
the
I
time.
this what I always tell people though. Dating is not the same. Expectation not the same. Nothing's the same. Like if you talking about just Atlanta in general, women run Atlanta. Tax bracket, looks, opportunity, business, they run Atlanta. So it's just like you have to break down the percentages of how many. If you it's a black man, I'm not gonna speak on nobody else. If you're in a black man, it's not that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why they run. That's why
I think it might be like
our
40 to 1
numbers.
now.
But
Yeah.
but
The
to
straight ones.
say this right here though,
40
like
to 1.
Right.
you got to look at, like you said, you want a straight black man.
Mm-hmm.
So the men that date outside their race gone.
Mm-hmm.
The gay ones gone. Incarcerated gone. No job gone. 3 baby mamas gone.
Yeah.
So
If you don't make a certain amount of money,
abusive gone. Like so,
Drugs.
you look at every woman looking for that.
So it's 1 to
that
50.
one guy,
One.
hey, absolutely.
And then, you know, people are too accessible. Now you got all this like social media.
You can
You
track
can
where
go on
people
your
going.
phone. Yeah, you
can
can go on
track
your
where they
phone right
going.
now and hit like, and somebody gonna
Location.
slide in your DM like,
Yep.
hey, what's up?
You could find every ex you ever had in 5 minutes.
Sure.
If you know enough information,
What is wrong with you?
guilty.
Right. You can find everyone.
How you think I found him in the movie at all the different spots? I
Yeah.
found him.
Yeah,
When
you
you
know what?
posted.
That
I'm
was,
trying not to give away the movies. Just talk about
that-
the. I want y'all to watch this movie though,
that
for real
part-
though, because true art invokes emotion, and
Yep.
that definitely evoked emotion. And I'm such a chill, sit back and.
She
I
was
ain't
like,
tripping,
"Where's
da, da, da,
Waldo
da.
in that bitch?" I was like, "How the fuck does she?"
Yeah,
Context
fuck.
clues.
Man, listen, this shit fucked me up because I'm getting attacked like, whoa, I'm just a character. Like, wait, young women was so riled up, like,
Man.
you did that, you did that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it
hold
was
up.
up in that
You know what?
because I even came over to you like, man, how you let that happen, man? You was like, oh man,
Communication
I said, "Oh."
was the lacking of That's what you guys were lacking. It was communication.
Yes.
I don't agree.
No, let me explain.
Okay.
When that situation occurred, that you seen that rubbed you the wrong way,
I was
right?
being tender.
Right, but you didn't communicate with her and tell her what the problem
That's
was.
because I was being tender.
Exactly.
That was
So
my fault.
hold on.
Yeah.
If he would have, he said that was his fault. If he would have addressed what he did not like in the beginning and told her, that would have nipped all that extra shit out because she's all like, "Oh my God, he loves me," and then
you just change.
right.
Just
So
flip.
it's like if you just would have communicated, because I've been
But
in these
at
situations.
what fucking cost? You see everything that happens.
I didn't know that then.
Yo.
But look, this is my thing about that though, right? Y'all wasn't even at a place to where you needed to explain yourself.
True.
You know what I
That-
mean?
it was a gray area.
It wasn't even,
Yeah,
y'all
that-
wasn't
that's
even
what it
at
was.
that place to even
Yeah.
need to, I'm cool. It was enough in that space where y'all was at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you feel me? I would have did the same thing. I'm not finna explain. You should have knew better, and you know what I mean.
No,
Do better.
no, because everybody's not that bright. So sometimes
Okay,
you
Yeah.
gotta.
That's
if
their
you like
bad.
someone
Well,
enough, if you like someone
exactly.
enough and you want to see it continue,
And-
you will communicate.
He did when it got too far. Like, oh, you really,
But
you
only
know what
when
I
it
mean?
got too far.
Okay, because he shouldn't have had to do it in the first place.
He shouldn't have had to communicate like, "Hey, this made me uncomfortable."
He said, "I'm cool."
But why are you cool?
Communication.
No, that's not
And
communication.
she should have asked
But-
why.
That's not.
You know what? I don't want to give the movie away.
You know.
But
I'm
everything
trying
is
so
a
hard
reason.
not to. I'm
Everything
trying
has
so
a
hard
reason,
not
you know
to.
what I'm saying?
And that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
So it's just like sometimes.
Fuck that reason.
Look, sometimes a man gotta move a certain type of way to get a certain reaction. So it's just like,
Oh, you wanted her to react.
I need to see what's gonna happen in this scenario. I don't like what's happening. That's pushing me farther away at this point.
At the same time, though,
This motherfucker crazy.
did you?
Oh yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
at the same time, the thing that you saw that happened, did you see it again?
Mm.
You didn't even give it the
No,
chance.
I'm gonna tell you the triggering
Say that
part.
word.
I'm gonna tell you the triggering part.
Okay.
Sometimes when a man go through things, he needs space.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's people. Period.
So-
yes.
That's on my last situation.
Yeah. So if as y'all seen, I just wanted my space.
Yeah.
I didn't write you off, but if you're antagonizing me,
She might as well have the way you was like. Ah! And I was
no,
like,
that didn't
damn.
happen yet.
Yeah.
That didn't happen yet.
So I think it's like this, right? So when a man approaches a woman and she rejects you, you can either say, "Okay, have a nice day," or you can say, "Oh, bitch, you know what I mean?"
Yeah.
So I've never been that type of guy to do that because I know, okay, I might be persistent with this one. She might say no now, but if I run into her later, she might say yes. And I done have them, and I done,
Build
pursued
familiarity.
after. I never was the type to be like, oh, you would never talk to her. Every time she see you after that, it's a wrap. You done cut yourself off on. But it's the same thing. If he say I'm cool, okay, let him be cool. Run to him later at another little event or function or something. He'd be like, oh yeah, I kind of miss little baby. That wasn't that bad when she did that. But if you gonna try to make him be with you,
The good thing about this movie though, it's a lot of hidden gems.
yeah,
If you gotta watch it a couple times to pick up on certain scenarios.
you finna watch it again tomorrow.
Yeah, like if you watch
I need
it one
to
time,
see
you gonna
it.
miss a lot of shit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like you got to be logical. A lot of people not logical. They react off emotion. So it's just like I feel. But what do you really see?
That's men and women too.
I
by the
think
way.
that
Both.
They be
movie
emotional.
will be a catalyst for emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It will spark a lot of conversations on emotional intelligence, and a lot of people don't even know what that is. You know what I mean? But you need it as an adult.
It's very
What
important.
generation are you guys? You guys Gen Z, Gen X?
I think I'm millennial.
You're a millennial.
Like, what the? I'm 42. Oh, probably.
I'm born in
I'm
90.
You said what?
Born in 90.
90.
No.
What the hell, y'all say?
Oh my God.
What the hell, y'all?
Okay, so.
But it's a different generation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, I think it's important for y'all generation because y'all have so much more to deal with that we've adapted to, that y'all grown up with, as far as the social media and the way things are right now. You know what I mean?
Seeing both, I think, is the advantage that we had. Whereas kids now, all they know is social media.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
there's like even a lot of issues socially, just walking up to someone and starting a conversation.
People are like, why are you
They don't
talking to
wanna
me?
do
That,
that,
yeah,
but
people
they'll
get
gladly find them on
in their
social
DM,
media
yes.
and then reach
Yes.
out.
If you call
Yes.
somebody right now, they're literally like, "What are you doing?
What
are you doing?"
Right.
You
But
know,
let me
what's up?
DM you on
Right.
Instagram.
Like, you know
text
what's
you.
Yeah.
crazy? Like, being that I'm in the nightlife and I see this shit every night, I see so many people just like this in the club.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I be like
And
that
it's
too.
just like, you got your friends, your
Yeah.
family, you got
It's
all
a
these people
party
around,
going
but it's just
on.
like, you and your phone,
Yeah.
you recording.
Uh-huh.
I don't take away from them recording because I'm memories.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn, when are you really living? If
Mhm.
you're trying to catch every moment,
When you
when
in
are
the
you
moment.
enjoying the moment?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they say. If you're too busy trying to record it, you're actually missing the moment.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you know, it just, again, I appreciate the different chapters of all this, but at the same time, it's just like I analyze everything. Like, back in the day, people try to compare their grandparents' love to the new shit.
Oh,
You can't do that.
you sure can't.
Because I tell this like this. Our grandparents cheated too.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
They did what they did, they just didn't have a Facebook link.
Everybody
Blast it
got
out.
an auntie or uncle that ain't from grandma.
Yeah.
But not just that though.
Other family living down the street.
Even
Yeah.
during that time, women had no choice but to stay in those relationships. No, because women, first of all, couldn't get a job.
Bank account.
You didn't have a bank account. You couldn't buy a house. You couldn't drive. You couldn't buy a car.
That
Women,
was like the
and you couldn't get a
50s,
divorce. Exactly. And so from the 50s and
none
way,
of us was alive at that time.
but we're talking about our grandparents. We're not talking about us. We said our grandparents. When we compare our relationships to our
I
grandparents,
got a trigger question
how?
though.
That's
Hold on,
all.
what's your trigger question you want to ask?
Do you believe in 50-50?
Absolutely.
You do?
That's why I'm married.
I don't.
That's why I'm
Do you
happy.
believe in 50-50?
I'm gonna say no.
You believe in it?
I don't. I believe in 100. We both need
There
to
we
give
go.
100%.
I understand that, but
You talking about bills?
I'm talking about, like survival.
Survival.
I
believe
think
in
that
50-50. Absolutely.
if everybody's putting in 100%, then you're doing everything together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not about like when I go somewhere with my significant other. It's not about. I always assume I'm finna pay, but I don't always.
The
pay.
reason
You know
why
what
I
mean?
asked that question because I look on social media and I see a lot of these females. If a nigga ain't paying a bill, he can't come over my house.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if he ain't taking me here, I ain't going. If we ain't flying on this airline, I can't.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
look at things like that, and it just that's triggering because it's like, again, the margins are shifting because the economy is making it where y'all are becoming stronger every day, and we're kind of stuck. We battling with trying to get level up. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are just shooting up. So then when you meet a guy, y'all could be right here. But your shit could just start doing like this. Now, y'all live in this big ass house, these nice ass cars, all these amenities and accessories and all this shit, and this man is peeling it off. And you looking at him, I want to go to Cancun this weekend. Oh look, wait, what you mean we can't go?
Right.
Your bank account fat as shit, but this man got to keep up with the economy, the problems that come, losing a job, the kids, the dog, whatever the case may be, the car fucked up. This man got to keep up with his lifestyle. That's why I asked that question. As a woman, I believe, it's okay to step in and help.
Absolutely.
But as a man, we got to protect, provide, all that stuff. That's
Absolutely.
just as a man.
Yep.
Said the man with all the jewelry on everything, diamonds everywhere. But it's okay. It's okay.
I take care of what I need to take care of.
No, but
Yeah.
no. I think that a woman who really fool with you for real is not gonna embarrass you. She's gonna help you to provide for her. You know what I mean? And she see you, and if she know if you had it, you would do it. and she got it and she don't do it, then you know what I mean. She ain't really
Sometimes
rocking
you
with you
I was
like
about to
that.
say though, it's
know.
a mentality issue though. So I think unfortunately with today's people growing up in social media, everything is an aesthetic and what everything looks like on the outside versus what the reality of things is.
Nah, people be
But
going
when
when
it
they
com-
think grass is greener on the other side.
But when it
and
comes
then-
to like the whole 50-50 or 100-100, me personally, I would prefer that the man handle everything or as much as he can. But while he's spending all of his money to take care of bills or whatever, I would like to think that I would be saving or investing or
Yeah,
helping
you're
us get
supposed to
property,
support
or
him
I
in
can
doing
plan
that.
vacations, you know what I mean, or invest in taking care of him because I know he's working hard, stuff like
That's
that.
the tricky part, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all dating? Are you engaged?
See.
Or are y'all married? That's the tricky
Exactly.
part.
So
I mean-
like, if we're only dating, I'm not expecting you to pay my bills.
No, dating for real. They be like
Oh,
that
I'm
first
so
date.
happy
You
with
try
Atlanta.
to approach a woman and
In
she be like,
Atlanta.
what's your name? PG&E,
Okay.
gas out.
oh my
You
God.
know what I mean?
3 days later, hey, my rent is
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm short by about $800.
You know what I mean? Like that.
And if you
But,
can't do it,
you
then
know,
we can't talk no more.
that's just what I've
I've heard stories.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Child.
I
That's
generally
the
don't
norm,
talk to
though.
strangers because
What she just
In-
said,
in
that's
Atlanta.
the
See, but
norm.
that's because we
In
here.
Atlanta. It's
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
I met my husband back in Cali. And he's from Texas. So
are you guys originally from?
I'm from Mississippi.
I'm from Texas, actually.
Okay. Still the South though.
still very much, but it's
Yeah.
not Atlanta South. Atlanta
It's not Atlanta.
people come here and
Change.
yeah, it's like you know what I mean. Like
Atlanta
Yeah.
definitely has its own melting
it's like
pot
people
culture.
are conforming to the Black Hollywood life. Like
Yeah.
realistically, that's
There is that
what
pressure
it is.
to do
Absolutely,
that
it
too. Especially
is.
as a woman.
Absolutely.
Like when I first got here, the pressure to succumb to like the BBL culture and
Oh,
aesthetic,
girl,
especially
girl,
being in the music industry.
girl.
Oh, no.
And it's like, oh, if you don't fit this look, then you can't get to a certain level.
I used to dance.
BBL.
So I used to work at Onyx.
Was you a choreographer or
No,
a
no.
stripper?
You used to You look
Which is
so
crazy.
Don't get her
You look
started.
so
But
sweet
I'm
and
so
calm.
shy.
Oh
yeah.
no, you sound.
I'm not even like that.
That's what I'm telling you. Oh, I'm
I
almost like
tried
that.
it.
Look,
Like
I'm-
it was easy money, but like I couldn't maintain it. But
you know. So I get what you're
Never
saying.
knew. You got the
That's what I'm saying.
carnations
Like
and
you,
the
I would
church
never have
shoes
thought she was
you
a
would-
stripper. She was like,
got
wait,
the gold carnations in her.
oh yeah, not that's way folk there back then. But no, so I'm with you. So when I moved to Atlanta, especially coming from California, where you don't have to have, they like white
A
girls,
variety.
exactly,
Yeah.
like petite boobs and have all that. You know what I'm saying? So when I came to Atlanta, I'm athletically built. I ain't got no booty, no titties. I'm just, look like I run track, and I'm like, oh, this is what I gotta look like to make money out here.
gotta shake something.
I was always pressured to get ass shots, implants. I was like, no, I'm not doing that shit to my body.
Yeah.
So I'm with you. It was a lot of pressure. It was a lot of pressure to trick off. Even when I was dancing, I had a boyfriend. So there was always that pressure to cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't make the money that the dudes who made in the strip club, obviously.
Yeah.
So there was always that pressure like, oh, I'll give you 10 bands easily.
Battling with your morals every night.
Every night.
Yeah.
So when it comes to relationships, there's nothing that hasn't been thrown at me that I was just like, wait, no, block, hold on, can't do it. Like, that's just me though, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when it comes to the 50-50 thing, that's because I was raised, my mother and father.
Yeah.
They both worked. My mother worked in the day. My father was at home with us when we came home from school. He took care of his fetas, did our hair, whatever we needed.
Yeah.
And my mom came home about 6 o'clock. She took over. He went to work. Fetas took care of us, did homework. And he came home at 2 in the morning, slept, and that was the rotation.
Yeah.
So
Teamwork.
I came from a home where we did everything together. If my dad got laid off or whatever, my mom would step in, and then vice versa. If my mom got laid off, my dad would step in. We were just lucky we never had that situation.
Yeah.
So for me,
Y'all never knew about it if it did.
never knew, right,
Yeah.
that part. So for me, growing up with my husband, now everything really is 50-50.
Yeah.
Bills, kids, when I'm here, he's watching our kids. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's never an issue. If I want to go out with my girls, He's watching her. I went to
But
Jamaica
y'all
with my
both
friends.
giving y'all 100%.
No, yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm
I mean?
saying. So 50-50, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we do things and we talk about everything. We communicate. We've been to couples therapy. I've been to individual therapy. I've been to postpartum depression
I
therapy.
think you need to go back.
But I'm serious. But this is how.
Everybody should, actually.
But this is
I
people
do.
always ask me
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
how are you so happy and how have you been in this relationship? We've been together 10 years. It'll be 11 years in December. We've been married only like since 2023. But we've been together for over almost 11 years. We got 2 kids together. You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy. Don't get me
Of course
wrong.
not.
In the
There's
beginning,
challenges.
there was a lot of red flags. There was a lot of challenges. There was a lot of things that most women would have been like, I'm not dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? But for me, I look at it like this. I could have left him and started dating somebody else and still went through some bullshit.
So-
you know what I mean? Like, because nobody is perfect.
What was it about him that said, I see something that can be built here?
Oh my God.
Please go
Time to
old
go.
and tired.
No, but for real, no. Okay, so,
'Cause that's real.
For real.
Some people will show you flags and it's like, okay, I don't need to deal with you. But then
Right.
others, it's like, okay, but I see certain morals or certain actions that you're taking that lets me know we can
Cedric,
build on this.
his energy was just different when I met him. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I met him on Black People Meet. Long story short, met him on Black People Meet. It was 3 dudes. There was a doctor, a nurse, and Cedric. He's a veteran. He was in the army, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I saw the picture with the guns, and I said, "Oh, this nigga can protect me." Exactly. You know what I mean? And I was like, "That shit was
like
sexy." Women, because we're women, and
We like
women
to feel
realistically like to
protected.
feel protected. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So I went out with everybody except for the doctor. He already showed red flags that he was controlling because he had money, and I was just like,
Dr. Elon.
stop that. I don't like that. Like, cause I'm very independent, strong, so I don't need you trying to tell me what I can and can't do. That's not gonna work. So put a break on him. Went out with the nurse. You know, this nigga was like 6'6". He was tall, had his own place. Great. And I ended up with Cedric. And I don't know what it was, like when we would talk, it felt like he was just a genuinely nice guy. On our first date, he didn't try nothing. On our second date, he didn't try nothing. It was really all me.
Gentleman.
Like, it was really all me the second day. He loved telling that
no.
story. It was dead ass serious. The first 2 weeks we talked, I said, I like him. Like, he just didn't feel like he was just trying to fuck. You know what I mean?
Look
He
at
didn't.
old girl.
No, but for real. And then, like, just the conversation, like, he was intellectual and he didn't give me, like, your typical nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave me kind of, like, no offense, like Oreo. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, this is different. Especially coming from someone who worked in the strip club.
Yeah.
So this was totally different for me. So dating him, that's where we went. But he did tell me, and this is why I respected Cedric versus other people, we were dating for maybe 2-3 months. And that's when he told me, I have major PTSD. Like, very bad. It's gonna be some very dark times. And we were in the car and he looked at me and said, so if you wanna run now, I totally understand. And I already knew
Give you a
about
choice.
PTSD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So the fact that he told me in the beginning, before we got serious, that shit is gonna get real.
This comes with me.
Right, this comes with me. I couldn't do nothing but respect it. You know what I'm
Ding,
saying?
ding, ding, in the movie.
Look, I was gonna say, which brings me back to my second question. How does one really break up with, you know what I mean? Because we gave you an option to
Yes,
break
he
up
did.
with him at that
He
point,
did.
and if you stay, so what do you do? How do you do when you want to break up, but the other person does not? And they are serious.
I've been
They
in
are
that
not
situation,
playing.
too.
I've been in that situation.
that
That's why that
situation.
movie was so triggering for me. I'm like,
Yep.
little
I've
girl,
been through that,
get
yeah.
out my door. The hell?
Man, I still don't know the formula.
Nah,
I think
for real
everybody
though,
would do
'cause
something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I think
Everybody
it's
does it.
easier for men. Men take it better, but
Absolutely.
a woman, you break up with a woman and she not.
Wait, hold on,
No, we
whoa,
can't say that.
hold
I
on.
think it's more movies
Hold on,
about
say that.
women spazzing out than
Hold-
men.
Hold on,
Because
player.
we're painted as the emotional.
Right, thank you. And realistically, y'all motherfuckers is emotional as hell too. Y'all just handle y'all shit
And y'all are
violently.
impulsive.
Cardi,
Violently.
Compulsive.
Cardi, you picked up that water like
Exactly,
it was
because
tea.
he know we telling the truth. He know we telling the truth.
Cardi,
Like,
help me
realistic-
out
No,
here.
it ain't gonna help me
Chase,
shit
I ain't
out.
never chased nobody that I don't know crazy shit. I
Yeah.
can't relate to that.
That's
I
good.
can't,
That's
but-
good. But I've been in a situation where motherfucker pulled a gun out on me, baby, because he didn't want me to break up with him and then have the nerve to get down on your knees and have a whole meltdown and cry and beg, and then still was cheating like a motherfucker.
I almost got ran over by a car. So
Oh my God,
I think
cell phone was
that
stolen.
it's levels to breaking up.
See.
It's levels to breaking up, for real.
You can't just cut that shit off.
Look,
No,
You gotta-
absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely
look,
not.
sometimes you break up with someone just to see if they'll let you break up with them. And sometimes you break up with someone because you really want to be done with them. And sometimes you break up with someone just because you need some space. Like, you doing too much, like, let's,
And you
know
might
what
go
I mean?
back.
And a lot of times you have to
And
break
that's
up
what's
with
worse.
people that you're not even with. I done had to break up with so many people that I wasn't in a
But
relationship
you know what
with.
though?
Yeah.
The crazy part about breaking up is like, even if you break up with somebody and they may change you in a sense, it might be for the better.
Mm-hmm.
And when you leave that person, you might sit there and reevaluate some shit like,
Right.
damn, they really changed me to do this better, be better. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Show up on time.
Growth.
Yeah, growth.
Mhm.
So it's just like, you might spin a block and be
Right.
like, you know what? You know
If
what
they
I'm
didn't act a
saying?
goddamn fool.
You know, I ain't never split the block. Ain't never going back, baby. We straight going straight forward, running through you. Get out my way. I'm coming around.
Sometimes it's
You
good to
married, don't
recycle. Sometimes it's
Before I
good to
was married,
recycle, you know
I had
what I mean?
a dating life, okay? I know about the dating life
That
in
was my
Atlanta.
lesson, to never spin the block, though. That one.
Absolutely.
Because
Never.
we did break up, and then
Upgrade.
it's like, actually, what if I was overreacting? Da 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 da. But no, we should have stayed apart. And when we didn't try to break up, it got a little violent.
I mean,
so-
sometimes you are with the person that you're supposed to be with, things happen, and then you go out and you experience all this different stuff and y'all
Find your way
reconnect,
back.
you know what I mean? And then you like, okay.
That's true love.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, we did all this different stuff. We probably got it all out of our system, this, that, and the third, and we really see that, you know, I might as well just went through all that stuff with you instead of all these different people that I
That's
went
exactly
through.
what I said. That's exactly what I said about my marriage. I said, I'm going to go through this with him and ride it out with him versus try to go find somebody who's 6'5". You know what I'm saying? With
All right, we done held
big
these
bag
people
of money,
captive,
tattoos all over
hearing
me.
your whole life
Oh, what?
story. So we need some necessaries and unnecessaries from Cardi and Lex. What are the necessaries and unnecessaries that we're gonna ask them, Frisco?
About relations and sinking ships, I guess. What's the necessary?
Necessary? Communication.
Mm.
Communication.
You could tell somebody everything. If they don't want to hear it, then
No,
it don't
but
matter.
at least you told them, and they can never say that you didn't tell them. Because I've been in that situation.
I've been in that situation, and telling them don't make it them
No, it
feel
does.
no different.
Especially
It does.
if they don't comprehend.
Yeah, them
Yeah.
telling them don't make them feel no different.
No, because then you go back and
Because
say,
I had
"Motherfucker, I
people tell
told
me
you."
it didn't make me feel no different about it. Oh, you told me. That's like somebody telling you, I'm finna shoot you, and then they shoot you. Nah, it
Man,
helped
he
because they
gave
told
you
me
a
they was
warning.
just finna
He
shoot.
warned you that he was going to shoot you. And you thought he was fucking
Did that
playing.
make the shot any
Shooting,
less?
huh?
No. Oh, Lord, we done gave her an idea for part 2.
I mean, we in the South. I
Maybe
know
we should
y'all.
explore that. in
Right,
part
look at
two.
here we
I
shit.
mean,
she
I
got.
always think that's the first thing
Shoot
to
your
do about
shot, got a whole new
everything.
meaning, huh? Anyway.
I have
so
to. I have to
terrible.
train myself not to think.
So
Oh,
the-
don't shoot him.
Yeah.
No, don't shoot.
Communication.
And
I will also add, it matters how you deliver the message. I can.
I get that a
simple.
lot.
Delivery. You can tell me whatever you need me to tell. Whatever you need to tell me, as long as you
What?
say it in a way that I can receive it. Is important.
That's
if,
why I
if
don't
I'm
like
not going to
texting.
comprehend it,
thank you.
Oh, you can
Thank
you can message.
You can
Yeah.
miscommunicate
Oh,
the
my
text.
God.
Oh, they be like, nigga, you yelling at me? Like, wait, hold
You
on.
can't hear a person's tone like. I hate texting. Yo, like,
Oh my god.
You trying to be funny? Bitch,
No,
no. What do you
for
mean?
real.
Because I put a
you
smiley face
can
on my
literally
face.
text a motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you, ha 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 ha, in a joking way, and they can look at it like, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker. It's like,
Yeah.
Nigga, you
Oh, that's
threatening
a
me?
Joker laugh.
yeah, like, whoa.
Oh. I've had to conform to texting, but I think it's so childish. It's childish.
Like-
I feel like a teenage
but
girl
some things
walking
can
around
be a
with
text
my.
though. Like this meeting could have been an email. This argument could be
Watch
a text
this.
sometimes.
Watch this.
No.
Ask me a question. Yes or no question.
Do you like spinach?
Yeah. Ask me again.
Do you like spinach?
Yes. You see the difference? Yeah, sound
Yes
like,
and
yeah, like nonchalant attitude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just like
I
continue.
literally got in trouble with putting a period on something, and they was like, "Oh, you got an attitude,"
Oh my
and I'm like, "Bro,
If it was a
I
one-word
just,
response.
I just have, I have
period?
good punctuation.
See?
I didn't know period meant something serious in the text world.
Don't
I'm not
send the
privy
letter
to that."
K.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. Don't for a man. If a man
Nah,
responds and
I
says
do that.
K,
Y'all pushing
I
it.
can't do that.
I do that.
I can't
I do that. You would send a paragraph, and I'll
And
be
then
like,
you
"All right."
Okay.
No, I ain't cool with
K.
K. I can't do that.
why
Oh.
is K? They really go
I'd
off
be
the
like,
K.
alright.
Like K means like
I
oh.
say bet.
That
Right.
pisses me off too. That
Yeah,
weird.
all of it. Any one word response to a paragraph
K
is
just
gonna
sound
be.
so. K sound feminine and sarcastic and.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I'm not dating Lord Jesus. It's
I'll
way
be
too
the
much
I'll be the
work.
text back,
Very
yeah.
happy.
It's
You are
way
blessed.
way too much
I'll be the text
work.
back,
Many
yup.
I go home to my husband after every episode we do, and I be like, "Baby, you have no idea how much I really love and appreciate
Thank
you."
you so much.
Some seriously, he was
Yeah.
he will vouch dead ass. I'm
What was your unnecessary?
We haven't got to that yet. The
Right.
necessary was communication. You got a necessary, Cardi?
Shit, my favorite word, accountability.
Accountability.
That's a curse word for women.
bro.
It is.
That's a curse word.
See, you be wanting us to sit up here and jump on your ass.
I don't
really?
give a damn slam bam.
How
Get
is-
the peanut butter jelly. I'm ready to jam.
You know what a female favorite word is?
A female favorite word?
A woman, a female, yes. Y'all favorite word is but.
What?
I know what he mean. Like when the
You're trying to justify
Okay.
why you
You
did
like-
what you
okay.
did.
I
Why
don't,
you
I
said.
don't,
like-
I don't say
Yeah, that's y'all
no.
favorite.
I don't
but
say but. I be like, and
Nah.
or well.
You're trying to clean something up. Let it be what it is.
Hold on, ain't no trying to clean up.
Yeah.
I've learned to be like, okay, I was wrong. You right. If I'm actually wrong and you actually right, I've learned that. You know,
You
I'm not the type to
Just call it out.
even way back when I get caught or whatever that you know what I mean? I'm not the type to just be like, I'm a compound lie on top of lie that you be like, we like,
Yeah,
all right, you
just
call
get
me,
that
what
shit
you gonna
over
do
with.
now? Barbecue with me, do a little mama.
Like, look, I'm
You
sorry.
feel me?
It won't happen again. I try not to make it
You
happen
know,
again anyway.
you right, you got
Leave
me.
it at that.
Oh, you got me. I feel like Professor Clump. You got me.
What's your unnecessary?
Unnecessary. I guess holding on to what doesn't need to be held on to.
Somebody who don't want. I ain't in the business of keeping niggas.
I'm 150
Yeah.
million% with that, honey. If you don't want to be here, you do not need to stay. You can go.
I will
Peace.
not fight you.
Bye. Adios is a million
and
men
I'm not
out there.
crashing out over it.
Absolutely.
anymore.
It's
I'm not gonna lose.
Wait,
sleep.
not anymore. Wait, what you mean?
There was a time when I was very immature.
Yeah, a lot of times.
And I'm gonna
my
say this.
gosh, no.
Y'all made that movie and it evoked a lot of emotion in me too, but
Yeah.
y'all still got a lot of living to do and a lot of experience. And,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I've been to the point where, you can play it cool and you could be playing da 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 and say this and say that, but when you really, 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 really love somebody, I ain't gonna go to the extreme of being violent, this, that, and third, but then I'm gonna be real serious, like, nah.
At least get out what you're
Nah,
gonna say.
you know what I mean? Nah, you ain't doing that over that. So, take a nap or something, and call me
I
back.
think for a man, though, I think for a man, the right woman open up that door of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Like, that's what certain women search for. Like, we so fucking cool and just in our shell that women are gonna poke at you. They gonna do things to get a reaction. And then that moment that they almost gone, or you just feel that way, that's when you start breaking that shit down, like expressing yourself. Like, she's like, I ain't never seen this side. I ain't never heard you say that. So it's like the playing field is starting to get leveled out now, because it's just like,
That's tricky, bro.
it is
Sometimes
tricky.
it's too late, and it's like, dang, why you choose to open up now?
I see a lot of men moving like women, a lot of women moving like
Yeah.
men. That's right there,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
No, like generally, like culturally, for real. I mean, like, bro, and I'm such a OG triple traditional. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I was raised like this, and I be trying to learn more things and this stuff. But some stuff I'm just like, nah, I ain't with that. I don't care what you say. I don't care how cool it is. I don't care who did it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I gotta stick to it. My
You know what I think about sometimes though? With everything going on in the world right now, I think about survival skills. And
I used to watch Doomsday Preppers.
see,
What the fuck is doomsday preppers? Now, you know what? That's all good stuff.
Usually these people.
being that I'm from Mississippi, like I grew up a certain type of way.
Eh.
So it's just like I feel like you should know how to fish. You should know how to start a fire. You should know how to fucking barbecue. You should know how to change a tire. You should know how to check your oil. It's things that I feel like as a man you should know.
You know what I know how to do? Rob a motherfucker.
No.
You could go fish and do all that shit,
No,
but if
what?
it's break down in
Guess what?
society,
Fishing for
I'm finna take that shit. I'm sorry.
Guess what though? You'll get a lot farther with skill than take it.
Absolutely. Have you not watched Walking Dead?
Do all that stuff.
What the fuck?
So
Yeah, that's it. You watch Walking
And it's
Dead.
easy to learn. All this shit, like, man, you look at your phone, you can learn anything. I taught myself how to do so much shit just by watching a 2-hour video.
YouTube.
I just break that shit
And
down.
TikTok.
Yeah, like you watch
Okay.
a video, you can teach yourself so much
You don't like
shit.
TikTok?
No.
What? I love TikTok.
I be trying.
It's so educational.
Yeah, young people
Which
do.
side of TikTok?
Get what? Same way you put that shit on today, you got your swag right, your chain, your shoes, your hat, and you had to teach yourself that shit. That ain't coming out.
I've been doing that. No, it kind of came.
No, you had
I've
to-
been doing it since
No,
I was
you
little,
had to-
for real.
It don't matter. When you little, you taught
But
yourself.
you got it. You got
That
it.
you
got it.
took interest
You were
in something.
exposed to maybe
Right.
like,
Yeah, that's the thing about
Absolutely.
it. Like, you have to take interest into things to be like, okay. Like, I don't give a fuck about politics, but I can tell you a lot of shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I look like this, and I can go talk to a doctor, lawyer right now. I take all this shit off and put on a suit and tie, and I can articulate exactly what they
Oh
telling
yeah,
me.
for sure.
And fuck their head up, then I can walk out and look like this. They be like, this the same person.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's just
Don't
like,
judge a book by its cover.
Yeah,
When our other guests told me that, because I be doing a whole bunch of stuff that nobody would never know. I be talking to a bunch of
We
big
limit
wigs and
ourselves
this,
at the
that.
end of the day.
I never
So-
do. I say, let somebody else tell you no, and then dispute that. I never tell myself no. I'm gonna see how far I could go in everything.
you know, we do it to ourselves. We limit ourselves at the end of the day. The knowledge is free. It's out there. It's
Yeah.
all about
So-
where you put your time and energy at.
They got Chat
Unnecessary,
GPT.
right?
They got
What's
Google.
maybe not relationship based, but it's necessary to stay curious.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it can relate to relationships
Uh-huh.
as far as staying curious about what your needs are, what your partner's needs are, what's going to be good for your individual development as well as the development of the relationship. But if you feel like you've already figured everything out about yourself and the person that you're with, where's the room to grow? Where's the room to improve in that? So staying curious.
I'm still getting to know myself, so I know I got.
We
You
change
know what I
every
mean?
day. Yeah.
You know, you'll never like, man. You gotta evolve with someone. You know what I mean? I'm so power couple driven. Like, I can't do nothing with you if you're not doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and like you were saying earlier, like even women who have those standards with dating, if you do that stuff for yourself, then you should have those standards.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But if you do not do that stuff
Right.
for yourself,
And you looking for someone to do
you
it for
should
you?
not have those standards.
Right.
You should be
you know,
or be working towards the person that you want to be with.
That part.
and I remember like Barack and Michelle. You know what I mean? She supported him all the way to be the president. She could have been a successful lawyer on her own, but she was like, you know what? We finna be a power couple regardless. And she did her thing and she supported him because she saw the greatness in him, and you know, they worked as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think another issue today with social media is everybody wants to be the main character and in front of the camera and the star, that people forget that there are going to be seasons when you have to play your role or play
Yeah.
your position.
I ain't gonna lie, I wanna be Slim so bad.
Who? Slim? Oh, you talking about Cash Money?
Yeah. When the last time you seen Slim?
You don't. And you the richest motherfucker.
Right.
Yes, yeah. Oh,
I be wanting to be on my Slim stuff so bad, but I feel like a lot of times if I don't get out there and make it happen, it don't happen. So for me, I need to get out there and make it happen, but I'm really getting it to where I rather executive produce and do things, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I did all this, I you know,
Yeah.
So what's your unnecessary?
You.
Oh my.
Nah, I'm just playing. You're so necessary. I had to tell her like 12 episodes in a row and she was necessary.
I'm so necessary. I always feel like I'm in trouble.
You are always in trouble. You are in trouble.
I just got a notification. We got some more ticket sales.
Oh yeah.
Hey.
I just bought 2 tickets. I'll see y'all tomorrow at the thing. Man.
I can't go.
So my necessary
Compromise.
is first to never assume you're in a relationship. It's necessary to never assume you're in a relationship. And it's also necessary that if someone blatantly tells you that they do not want to be in that relationship, no matter how much you still want to be in that relationship, accept it. Even if you don't know why, even if you disagree, stop. It may be opportunity later on or whatever, but if that person distinctly expresses a genuine interest not to be in that union anymore, it is damn near illegal.
No, it is not.
It is illegal to make them mess with you.
That was fucked up, though.
I got some stories about this.
You want to hear some fucked up shit, man?
Let's go.
You know how many motherfuckers will tell you to leave them alone and get mad when you do it?
Yeah, so that's what I said. Remember I said the different type of breakup? Some people will break up with you just to see if you'll let them break up.
Or are you gonna check? Why didn't you check?
Oh, you just let me break up with you. Just let me break up with you like that. You
Play
feel me?
stupid games,
You know what I mean?
Win stupid
But
prizes in that situation.
you will find out. But initially, if they really say that, okay, you know what I mean? Leave it at that. Because they'll come back and tell you their intention for it. You know what I mean? But if you go and start tweaking and tripping and it turns into something different.
Text it.
You just said you don't like testing.
No. This is for a reason. This is for my safety purpose.
You needed it
My
right?
safety
I need it right.
Okay.
Text it. We broke up. We're not together.
So
That's all I
November
need.
17th of 2024 at 3:53. It
See?
was actually
Yeah.
your decision.
This is why I'm
Yeah.
so happy I
The
don't
contract is void.
anything, because ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Okay, so that was my necessary.
Child.
Y'all stressing me out. Y'all been stressing me out since I
Who
met
the hell is
y'all.
y'all?
These two.
Oh, I'm about to say
These two. They've been stressing me out since I met them. My unnecessary would be, I would honestly say, overreaction. It is unnecessary to overreact because the overreaction kills any future that could be and any present that still is, and it will get you in trouble. It will totally turn the other person off. But the overreaction never gets a good response in any situation, unless you somebody really messing with you and you have to display an act of violence and you overreact and really just that's the only time I condone overreaction. But in a relationship setting, overreaction is never the reaction.
I agree. I've literally been dealing with this at work with teenagers, girls. Very similar situation. You have one who was like, I'm good. And you have the other who's like, but I'm not. I'm not done.
I need you to feel.
And I've had to literally tell her, you need to be cool. Because they had a actual physical altercation at work. To where the one who doesn't want to leave ended up fighting the one who does. You see them? And attacked her. And so it's like, girl. And then it got to the point. And always why I don't let them go is because we're about to close. All the Forever 21s are closing. So we just ride his last week out. So with that being said, I've told them keep your distance, stay cordial, don't talk to each other, right?
Yeah.
Spring break comes and these little heifers go out of town. And when I tell you, when they came back, it It was literally same thing. The one who don't want to be left alone is antagonizing the one who wants to be left alone, sending her videos of her kissing boys and all this stuff, and then the other one who wants to be left alone is like, listen, I'm good, I'm not da da da. Then she literally looks at me at work, the one who doesn't want to be left alone, and she goes, I gotta fight her again. And I'm like, what?
It's
you see what I'm saying?
That's all it
Absolutely.
is.
So it's like, even when you tell people, some people, it doesn't register. You know what I mean? And it's like, there were plenty of red flags a long time ago. And I told her, I said, you need to leave her alone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, before it got too deep.
And she didn't listen. And now she looks at me, she goes, you were absolutely 100% right. And now it's too late, because now look what happened. Now she's ready to fight you again. So,
do you really love somebody if you're willing to inflict physical harm?
Right, and that was my whole thing. I'm like, if you really love this girl, why do you want to keep hurting her?
We're gonna end on this note.
It's getting deep.
He always does this when he gets going.
Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not self-seeking.
And love is blind.
Read the Bible.
Go check out 1 Corinthians 3:14 and them. And we finna let these good people
Wait,
go.
they need to give their socials and where we can
tell
find
them where the movie at, where y'all at, and all that, because y'all need to watch this movie. Y'all, I kid you not.
So, Relations and Sinking Ships, the movie. We are premiering it in Atlanta. The Look at Brookhaven. Tomorrow, April 17th, or April 17th for anybody who's playing back. That is your first opportunity to see the movie and get clues to when the next showing and where it's going to be available. Alrighty? So y'all need to come to the premiere to see the movie. As for where to follow me, well, my name is Lexi. You can follow me everywhere at LexiATL. That's LEXCATL on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, my website. Everything is LexiATL.
And it's your boy El Cardi. You can follow me on Instagram at TrueCardi. Follow my business page, ATL. Go get some smoke, get cloud, you know what I'm saying? But the movie, we premiere tomorrow, April 17th, here in Atlanta. We will update y'all with the platforms we're releasing on, so you can rent, buy, whatever you want to do. But again, you gotta watch it a couple times to get all the gems. We took our time with this. It's also a musical. All original music by me and Lex.
Yep.
Okay.
So we giving y'all a bunch of shit. So download the album as well. The album is out now, Relations and Sinkingships, on all music platforms. So yeah, check it out.
Check it out.
Hey, and we out. Cause my legs hurt from sitting like this forever. See, wasn't that like so much fun?
That was fun.
Told you, it's like talking to your cousin that you ain't seen since 1992. Oh, that was awesome.
And it was a squeeze.
I really wish I could go tomorrow. I'm mad.